Have you ever taken the last bus at night? If you have, this story might make you think twice. It was almost midnight. A young woman stepped onto the last bus home. The streets were empty, the bus nearly silent. Only 3 people were inside. The driver, a middle-aged man with a salt and pepper beard himself, and a man at the very back who never looked away. His eyes stayed locked on her reflection in the window. Every time she shifted in her seat, he shifted too. At the next stop, the doors hissed open, and 2 more passengers stepped on. They didn't sit. They just stood whispering to each other near the back of the bus. The woman felt her chest tighten. Something was wrong. Very wrong. She wanted to get off at the next stop, but before she could move, the driver grabbed her wrist. His voice trembled. "Don't move. The 2 people who boarded, they're not alive." Her blood ran cold. She turned to scream, but the bus had kept moving. Nobody spoke or breathed. The silence was deafening. Then, as suddenly as it started, the nightmare ended. The bus screeched to a halt. The doors opened, and the woman stumbled out onto the sidewalk, her heart pounding in her chest. She turned to thank the driver, but he was gone. She looked back at the bus. The 2 people in the back were gone. She was the only one who had gotten off. In the morning, the police found the bus abandoned at the side of the road with 3 empty seats and no driver. But here's the thing. The bus driver had taken the night shift after suffering a painful divorce. He had no one to go home to. So he drove the empty streets, finding solace in the quiet hum of the engine and the soft glow of the dashboard lights. That is until one fateful night when a young woman boarded his bus. He didn't know why, but he couldn't take his eyes off her. He watched as she shifted in her seat, her reflection in the window, and he found himself compelled to follow her movements. When 2 more passengers boarded, he knew something was wrong. Their eyes were blank, their skin pallid, their lips tinged with an unnatural blue. He wanted to warn the woman, but it was too late. They were already whispering to her, their voices like the rustling of dry leaves. As the bus rumbled along, the woman's fear grew. She sensed their evil presence, their cold, dead eyes boring into her. Then when she tried to escape, he knew he had to act. He grabbed her wrist, his heart pounding in his chest. But as he did, the doors hissed open and the passengers at the back stepped off, leaving him alone with the woman and the echo of their chilling whispers. When the police arrived at the scene, they found the driver slumped over the steering wheel, his eyes wide with terror, his grip still tight on the woman's wrist. As for the 2 passengers, they were never seen again, leaving behind only a chilling mystery and a bus full of secrets.